He's ready. I think we will go ahead and get started with the formal part of the program because we have a lot to cover. And so I just want to welcome everybody to this celebration of Dean Linda Fox's retirement. And today we are honoring her 40 years of service to the profession of family and consumer sciences and her 10 years of service as the Dean of the College of Family and Consumer Sciences at UGA. So before we get started, just a few kind of housekeeping things that, especially since we have so many people on the Zoom, I think this would be helpful. What we would like for everyone to do is to sign into the chat just with your name or whatever you want to say, maybe some comments to Linda. And that's what we'll use as the guest book, so we know who all is here. So please go ahead and do that. You can do it now, or you can do it as the meeting goes on, and we will have a record of who all has been in the meeting with us. The other thing is, while speakers are going on, if everybody could just remain muted unless you are speaking, because sometimes we get feedback if we don't do that. And then if you want to make sure that you don't lose Dean Fox on your screen, if you look at her picture and right in the upper right-hand corner of her picture, you will see 3 dots, and you click on that and you can pull down and select pin, so that she will always stay on the front screen no matter what else you have going on. And then you can look at the different views. You are welcome to use speaker view or gallery view, whichever one you prefer. And then I also did want to let everybody know that this event is being recorded so that Linda can watch this later. So just keep that in mind when you do your comments. And then also, I think Carol is going to post in the chat, but we'll try to post several different times. Just a reminder that there is the Linda Kirk Fox Scholarship Fund that we have in the college. You can also find it on our college website, but we're going to post the link to that in the chat a couple of times throughout today's celebration, so that everybody, if you're interested in giving any funds that will help future students, that would be much appreciated by Linda, and also much appreciated by the college and by the students. And then if you have any questions during the event, you can do a private chat to Lynn Parham in the chat box if you like, and she can answer you offline if you don't want to put it in the main chat or ask everybody. So with that, I just want to say a few things about Dean Linda Fox before we get started with the program. And I don't know how much all of you know about her, but I'm going to do a little bit of a brief history. She started her career as an extension home economist at the University of Idaho. And then she went on to be the director of the School of Family and Consumer Sciences at the University of Idaho, and then the director and dean of Washington State University Extension. And from there, she moved to associate vice president and dean for WSU Extension. And then finally, she landed her job as dean here at the College of Family and Consumer Sciences at UGA. I could probably go on for the entire hour just talking about all the different details about her career and all the things she has done to advance the mission of family and consumer sciences, and how she has promoted the reputation of the field through all of her work. But what I would recommend is that if you have some time, go back and watch what I just posted in the chat, which is this oral history that Cal Powell had her do, and some of the first years that she was here. I just listened to it again recently, and it's just like so inspirational about Linda's legacy and the things that she's done with her career and her life. And so I highly recommend that. So FACS has really thrived under Dean Fox's leadership during her tenure as dean. The enrollment in our college increased more than 20%. The funded research under her leadership has more than doubled, and the number of endowed professorships has grown from 5 to 15. She's also established numerous scholarships and student support funds. But I do want to say some things to Linda on a more personal note. And Linda, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm looking at you right now. And I'm feeling your vibe through the wall as well. But Linda, you've been a great mentor to me. And I have to say, when I started as a very green department head, you were there to help guide me through all the UGA policies, procedures, and red tape. And there are many things about your leadership that I've been inspired by over this last 8 years that I've been here. And that is, you just seem to relish every single day. And whatever is put in front of you, you are enthusiastic about it, and you're enthusiastic about every part of your job. I've heard a lot of people describe you as being firm but fair. And I will admit that you are structured, organized, thorough, and detail-oriented. But I would say more so, you are supportive of innovation and entrepreneurship, and that you are supportive of creativity and innovation and new ideas for entrepreneurship. And you've been a great mentor for the faculty, staff, and other administrators in this college. You've been very empathetic and compassionate, and I think this has become especially obvious during the pandemic, because you made sure that we were true to our values of supporting families in our college. And you really were very understanding of everybody's situation during the pandemic during these last 18 months. Also, you're a problem solver and a critical thinker, and I really have appreciated that. A lot of times I would come in as a department head with some things that I thought were an utter disaster, and you would just kind of get a twinkle in your eyes and roll up your sleeves and say, how can we solve this? What can we do about this? And instead of getting angry or blaming anyone, you look at solutions to problems and try to make it a learning opportunity for everybody. Also, in my years watching you as dean, I've seen that you're in the office by 7:30 or probably earlier every morning, and then you never say no to an after-work event if it is about meeting with alumni or supporting faculty, supporting students, and you're attending every home football game with as much enthusiasm and passion as you did the last one, and every tailgate. And I think you just have a passion for meeting new people and trying new things. So with that, I just want to say that I am truly going to miss you. And you've really put structure and systems in place in this college so that they run smoothly. And you have been able to do this while still being adaptable. And especially as I said, through this last year and a half, that we've had to be very flexible and adaptable. So as I go into this role of interim dean, I'm going to continue to support and nurture everything that you have put into place in this college and in place as a leader. But I know I have such a big role to fill, and I'm hoping that people are going to have pretty low expectations of me and not anywhere near the expectations that we've had of you. And so anyway, in closing, I will just say that FACS is probably going to be okay without Dean Fox, but we're never going to forget the impact that you have made in the college, at UGA, and also in the profession of family and consumer sciences. So with that, I wish you the best wishes in this next phase of your life.
Thank
you. So I think Tal has a video that he's going to show now.
Dean Fox, retiring, huh? Dean Fox is not only stepping down as dean, she is completely retiring, which tells you everything you need to know about Linda. When she makes a decision, she does it. Whole hog. I'm going to miss you a great deal, my friend. You've been a pleasure to work with. We have done a lot together through these years, and you will be greatly missed by all of your colleagues. Good luck. Godspeed.
Hi, Linda. It's Vicki Dorsey with just a quick note to say congratulations on your upcoming retirement. I know that you will have a wonderful time being back with your family in the Pacific Northwest. Thank you so much for all of your love, your wonderful leadership, your caring for students, and making my alma mater, Family and Consumer Sciences at UGA, a better place for all faculty, staff, alumni, friends, and students. Congratulations again, and many blessings. Bye-bye.
Well, hey, Dean Fox, it's Victoria. I just want to say congratulations. Happy retirement. I'm so excited for you to be launching into this next phase of your journey. And I want to say thank you. You were, without question, one of the greatest mentors and influencers in my life. The 6 years I worked with you were some of the best of my career. I am forever in debt. You taught me so much, and we also had a lot of fun. And so my favorite memories are absolutely wild road trips that we would take to visit donors and alumni. we would often close the day with a glass of wine and start the day with a big walk around the city. If I was up for it. You were always up for it. I was not always up for it, but I often joined you on those walks. And particularly in Savannah, we'd visit at least once a year in the spring, sometimes twice a year, and just walking through the city with you early in the morning and swinging by Fox's Coffee. And we just had such a great time. And you taught me so much about leadership. And I think what I really value about you, or you taught me some of the things that I think go unnoticed about good leaders. You are always very consistent and fair and a really clear communicator. And I so value that and learned so much from watching you manage sort of complex and nuanced situations, and how much clarity you could bring to those kind of issues was really important for me. And I continue to learn from that. It's a unique experience to have someone go from boss to mentor to friend. I treasure that about my relationship with you, so thank you for that. You taught me, or you'd often say, you deserve what you tolerate and you get what you reward. And I repeat that often in my work and remind myself of that often. So thank you for everything you've done. You have left this community and this university and the College of Family and Consumer Sciences better than you found it. We are all forever in debt to you for the leadership you've shown. So thank you so much. It was an absolute honor to be part of your team, and I look forward to hanging out with you in this next phase of your life. Bye.
It's been great to have you as a colleague. I've learned a lot from you, and we've had some good days on the water. So find some good trout and salmon streams out in Oregon, and don't lose my phone number.
Here you go.
Take care.
Point it down at the water, Gina. Hybrid. Another hybrid.
Oh, that's great. I am very happy that I watched that earlier. Otherwise, I'd be crying right now because I cried earlier. Our next speaker is Dr. Kara Simmons, and many of you know her. She's the director of our Student Success and Advising Center in the college. She also teaches the FACS 2000 class and coordinates that course, which is our Intro to Family and Consumer Sciences class. She's a staff advisor for the Bulldog Basics on campus, and she co-organizes TEDx UGA, and she's also president-elect for GAFCS. So with that, I will turn it over to Kara.
So I'm a little nervous because Dean Fox, you've meant so much to my career over these last 7 years, but I'm honored to be able to provide remarks today. I've learned a lot about what it means to lead, to serve, and to build and maintain relationships from Dean Fox. So I started working in the College of Family and Consumer Sciences in 2014. When I interviewed for the position in June of that year, my first thought right after the interview was, I hope they pick me. Luckily they did, and it immediately felt like home. I attribute this feeling of home to Dean Fox's leadership. 7 years later, UGA FACS still feels like home to me. One of Dean Fox's greatest strengths is thinking future forward. In my years of working with you, Dean Fox, on several projects and initiatives, your futuristic perspective really transformed and positioned our college from a best kept secret to one that others actively seek out to collaborate around research, entrepreneurship, student success, and so many other things. You are an advocate for us, and what I really love is how you can explain what we do with ease in a way that is understandable and accessible. One of the things we always quote you on in recruitment and other things is the science of helping people live well. So if I can think of a quote to sum up how Dean Fox feels about the college, is just making it understandable and accessible and giving it a foundation that people understand. Dean Fox, I really love how you talk about family and consumer sciences, how you talk about the college, our students, and what an incredible community we have. I have lots of favorite memories with you, but one of my favorites is just when you always come speak to my classes in the fall or the spring. And you've always made it a priority, even when it was at 8 o'clock in the morning. This past spring, one of the things that really stands out is you taught or you spoke in the first FACS 2001 class, leadership and family and consumer sciences. And one of the things that I think we all appreciated is that it was a very meaningful conversation to help empower the future leaders of our college. We didn't have any PowerPoint, we just chatted and we had the opportunity to learn from you. You've given so many individuals, students, faculty, staff, alumni, opportunities to learn, to grow, and to be their best self. I am because you are. I am a leader because you are someone that encourages opportunity. I'm flexible because you are someone that understands nothing ever remains the same. I am not afraid to make a mistake because you know that learning is important. And as the current president of GAFCS, I want to not only thank you and recognize you for your support at UGA, but what you've done at the state, national, and international level to advance the work that we do. And in closing, I hope that you can look back at your legacy and consider it a job extremely well done. Thank you, Dean Fox.
Thank you, Kara. That was great. Our next speaker is Sandra Derrick. She is a UGA double FACS dog, meaning that she has her BS in fashion merchandising and her master's of education, home economics education. She's a retired FACS educator, 30 years with Whitfield County Schools. She is currently serving on the UGA FACS Alumni Association Board of Directors, and she served as president back in 2018 through 2019. She serves as a UGA mentor. She is a Dalton Whitfield Murray Retired Educators Association president, and she lives in Dalton, Georgia with her husband, Sid. So I will turn it over to Sandra.
Thank you very much, Sherry. I really appreciate that introduction. And I'd just like to say it's an absolute honor and pleasure to share some things about Dean Linda Fox with this group. And I'd like to say, hello, Dean Fox. Love you very much. I met Dean Fox in 2016 when I joined the UGA FACS Alumni Board of Directors. Before the first meeting, I thought, oh my gosh, when I go to this meeting, the dean will be in the meeting with us. Oh my goodness. And I was in awe. And I was very honored. And Dean Fox knew my name, which blew me away. I thought, how does Dean Fox lead UGA FACS College? You know, I love this place so much. How is she taking care of my home, my family at FACS? Well, instantly I realized that FACS at UGA was in very good hands. And I realized immediately why she was chosen to lead the college. She's passionate about FACS. She's passionate about FACS alumni. And she's passionate about the FACS students. She pours her heart and soul into making FACS the best possible place for students to learn and grow, and to make us alumni feel very welcome to return. I have attended so many events, and Dean Fox has been there, and she always represented FACS so well. And I'm going to list just a few of them. Here are some of my great memories. Dogs with the Dean on the front porch of Dawson Hall at Pew's Pillars and those varsity hot dogs. FACS homecoming tailgates, even in the rain. Bulldog 100 events, and my hubby watching everybody's pocketbook as the women roamed around the room. The alumni board meetings, FACS ambassador events, UGA football games, President's Club meetings, celebrating excellent luncheons, the FACS Centennial Celebration event, FACS Convocation, and Dean Fox taking selfies with the FACS graduate. It was the graduates. It was absolutely wonderful. The ribbon cutting for the Charles Schwab Financial Planning Center, FACS Days at the Capitol, and Dean Fox riding the UGA bus, FACS Trivia Nights, and all those wonderful thank you notes that I've received in the mail. Dean Fox's updates each month via email. The trip to Merida Studios in Birmingham to visit Ivy. The regional event in Savannah with Vera Stewart, and all the awesome red and black outfits she wore. And I have so many more memories and events that I will cherish, and I have photos of all of those things too. I think her legacy at FACS will be love and respect. By all the things she did, all the actions she took to make contributions to future generations of the UGA Fax family. It's her small and large acts of kindness done well and without expectation of reward or any kind of recognition. Plus, she gets her portrait hung in the conference room on the second floor in Dawson Hall as the 7th dean. That's pretty important. And by the way, if you spell out Dean Fox, that has 7 letters, and she's the 7th dean. Maybe not a coincidence. I've had several UGA mentees, and I actually asked my mentees to give me some things about Dean Fox. So here's one. Dean Fox is so kind. She would gracefully walk through the halls in Dawson, saying hello to students and sharing her lovely smile. Kindness does not go unnoticed. Her gracious leadership will be missed. And here's another quote. Dean Fox was an inspirational leader of the Fax family, and she always ensured that students felt included, cared for, and important. She always exuded kindness to students and staff alike and was able to create a supportive environment where all felt welcome to thrive. She never hesitated to assist anyone in need, and her selflessness is admirable. She will be dearly missed, but forever appreciated as an immense part of the dog family. I have my top 5 things, Dean Fox, that I would encourage you to do as you retire. Number 5, take photos every day of people, of places. Number 4, keep wearing your red and black. Number 3, handwrite those kind and amazing notes of yours. Number 2, stay in contact with UGA Fax alumni, students, and staff. And if I was in middle school, we'd have a drum roll. Number 1, repeat number 2. Please stay in contact with UGA Fax alumni, students, and staff. I'd like to end with telling a little story about an event that Dean Fox and I were at together. And I think Cal has a picture. I think this is what we saw or maybe seeing. In 2019, my husband and I attended the UGA Bulldog 100 in Atlanta at the Hyatt Regency in downtown. When we got there, we happened to see Dean Fox before the event. When we got there, the event hadn't started, so Dean Fox and I decided to walk around the room seeing people we knew. Of course, she knew everybody. My husband said that he would just wait at the room while we walked around. So Dean Fox and I went all around the room, and I met back with my husband. And Dean Fox was still sort of close to us, and she was talking to somebody else she knew. My husband said, hey, I saw you two walking around the entire room, and I could keep up with you. And Dean Fox, as you see in the picture, had on this sparkly top. And he said, Dean Fox's top sparkled all the way going around the room. And he said, I knew where you two were all the time. So Dean Fox will always be remembered by my family, and especially me, as someone that sparkles, not just because of her clothing, but because of who she is, always sparkling. Thank you, Dean Fox, for all you've done for UGA Fax. Doggone good. I'm still honored that you know my name. May you be proud of the work you've done, the person you are, and the difference that you've made. Thanks for taking such great care of our Fax home. Best wishes as you retire and enter a new adventure of your life. And remember, when you retire, every day is Saturday. And also remember, you can't retire being great. And as always, go dogs.
Great. That deserves a hand. Thank you, Sandra. That was great.
Thank you, Dean Fox. I missed you greatly.
So in her presentation, Sandra alluded to a portrait, and as all of you know or may not know, on the second floor conference room in Dawson Hall, we have portraits of the previous deans who have served the college. And these aren't just like small portraits. These are very large, ornate oil paintings with beautiful frames. And so the FACTS leadership team, which is made up of key leaders within the college, decided that they wanted to make sure that Dean Fox was also represented on the wall in room 216, Dawson Hall. And so therefore we have a gift for her, and we are looking forward to adding it into the room. I think it's really going to help tie the room together, a Big Lebowski reference there. But so at this point, I believe Dean Fox will unveil. So this drum roll, please. Go ahead. And there it is. Oh my gosh.
Can we see it?
Can everybody see it?
Mm-mm.
That is gorgeous. Well, if you can't see it, you need to come by Dawson Hall and take a little tour and stop by the dean's office and visit. But she will be here on Thursday morning at 8:30 if you want to come outside and have some coffee with Dean Fox. But after that, the rest of us will be here, and you'll have to check with her by email or telephone or something. And so with that, Linda, do you want to say a few words?
I'd love to. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. These are surprises today. Both the video, that was great. The remarks are so meaningful, and I wanted to reach out and say thank you to everyone. It was so real time, real life. And then the portrait. And before me were 6 deans that served also this college for more than 100 years. And so I really am humbled and honored to be among them. Dean Nichols, Dean Jolly, who are on today as well. So I just want to thank all of you. I want to thank those who I have had this opportunity to work with over the past decade. The times we have shared, we have forged friendships, and we have had incredible successes that Sherry referred to earlier. But it's a we, not me, that has forged those successes over the past decade. I have many, many fond memories. I appreciate Sandra, Victoria, and Victoria, for example, bringing those out in their remarks. Many fond memories. I don't know if you can tell on the screen, my husband, Wayne. Now, his Zoom has a rather poor camera, and I laugh because he said today, I need a new computer. So I guess one of the early things we'll be doing in retirement is shopping for computers. But thank you, honey, for joining us today, and the FACTS family. And Wayne and I have shared many memories with all of you. The tailgates, for example, the alumni awards events, the Blue Key dinners, the President's Club, many, many things. And I guess I would say also being on the bus to Atlanta to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium for a national championship game with the police escort. That's kind of a cool memory. So he's been part of the family all along the way. And so I just want to thank everyone. We've achieved so much. We have grown the enrollments and always have redesigned and improved upon the curriculum in response to the opportunities for our students in their chosen careers. As a matter of fact, we've changed the name of 3 of the departments along this journey. And we had a successful fundraising campaign, and a number of things were alluded to earlier, but that $10 million, the scholarships, the endowed professors that support our excellence, we've achieved those together with a lot of hard work. So I thank you. I thank all of you who contributed to the scholarship fund that Wayne and I established a few years ago to, again, add more resources to support our excellent students. I also recognize over 10 years as a dean who has been here that I've done a lot of service for the university. I've served on a number of committees, program reviews or search committees, led the review of the graduate school, chairing the quality enhancement plan for reaccreditation. And I co-chaired a subcommittee of the strategic plan with Dale Green. Dean Green and my colleague deans mean a lot to me. And they taught me that we can work hard, mentor each other, and we can find a lot of fun together fishing on Lake Lanier. So if I have another accomplishment, it's being featured in Warnell's magazine, The Log, in a photo fishing with Dean Green. So thank you, Dale. I love it. Alumni are extremely important. And as I tell our students and I tell our faculty, our students in 24 hours become our alumni. And our job is to always enhance the value of the degree that they've earned as their years progress away from graduation. And that investment and our quality of our programs are continually strong. So I thank Kenneth Ivory, a current president of our alumni board, who's on the call today, but several other board presidents that are here today. Sandra, Teresa, Beth, Bonnie might be on as well, Lauren. So an engaged, high functioning, effective alumni board. And so I thank you for all you do. Over 10 years, it wouldn't surprise you to know that, of course, I've helped the department heads hire over 60% of our current faculty. So our faculty are great. They're strong hires, and we've also hired a lot of staff. And so I thank all of the faculty and the staff that are here today that are always part of our successes. And now to all the faculty and staff and alumni, our job is to get a strong pool and recruit the 8th dean of the college. And Provost Jack Hu is here today. And I thank him for the support that he's exhibited for our college in the 2 years that he's been provost. And what a year, because that includes a pandemic year. But he also was part of our accreditation site visit, met the team, and knows that the reaccreditation of the college and accredited disciplinary programs that we have are all hallmarks of what a great college this is, thanks to all of you. So I will draw upon a comment that Dean Matt Auer put in. And I want to say that it is 10 years at UGA. As Sherry said, it's 40 years in higher education. This is my 4th land-grant university, and by far my favorite and best experience at a land-grant university. So Matt, I am not hanging up boots. You are correct, Matt. I am lacing up our hiking boots. Many of you that know my husband Wayne and I thrive on the out of doors hiking and hiking in the mountains. And so, yes, we have plans. Every day is a Saturday. Every day can have an early morning hike. And there will be lots of trails and lots of beaches to walk. So while I'm going into the Northwest, and that's close to family, I will always come back to Georgia. Remember, just send an invitation and I can have opportunity to be here as well. So I want to thank all of you. This is just the most gratifying experience. And whenever I've heard someone after remarks on their career say, I don't know who they were talking about, I actually understand that statement. I'm not sure I knew who y'all were talking about. I really, really am grateful. And I want all of you to remember so much of the investment. It's your investment in this college that makes it a great place. It's your commitment to this university that makes it a great place. And so, yeah, bring your best game, bring your passion. There's just so much more and such a bright future. So I want to thank you. I want to thank Sherry Worthy for stepping up to be the interim dean. I want to thank Jamie Cooper for stepping up to be the interim associate dean. Got news for you, that starts Monday. So thank you. But have I also shared with the leadership earlier this week that interims need support from the top, and Provost Hu and the deans will be supportive of Sherry and others in their roles as interim. And now all of you, all right, together, leadership and committed friends and alumni of our college, in this interim period, you'll support as well. So great opportunity going forward. So I just thank you. I look at the faces and I am so thrilled that this is recorded because I want to hear it again and again. Makes me feel really good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Flapp.
Yeah, thank you.
Great. So at this point in the program, our Associate Dean for Extension and Outreach, Dr. Allison Penn, is going to do a toast. And so I need to go find my champagne, but if everybody could get yourself a glass, hopefully you have some champagne just sitting behind you.
I just happen to have it on my desk.
Is that where it is?
Linda Kirk Fox, as UGA's most tenured dean, you have given leadership to the College of Family and Consumer Sciences. Since 2011, you have led by example with grace and composure. You leave a legacy of a strong college, well positioned for future innovation and growth. Everyone, please join me, raise your glass. Dean Fox, we wish you joy, peace, happiness, time with family and friends, and an adventure on every trail you hike. Congratulations on your retirement, Sandra.
Tastes like apple juice.
It is pretty good. All right, at this time, we have a little bit of time. If anybody else would like to, we just have like an open mic.
I want to thank everybody for being here and look forward to some conversation. So much. Thank you.
This is Jerry Warshaw, and I think it was 2011. I invited my wife. Well, I was invited, an old Georgia Tech guy, to come up to tailgate with Fax and go to a football game, and I love that. And we get there, and I had Fox for the first time, and I walked up, and Susie, my wife, I said, "This is the new Dean, Dean Fox," and she says, "Hi, Dean," and runs right by her and hugs Dr. Ann Sweeney.
Yeah.
Because she knew Ann Sweeney. And I said, "Well, Susie, we all love, everybody loves Ann Sweeney, but this is the new dean, and I should say hello to her." She said, "Well, I did." And I said, "Oh, I hope Dr. Fox is not upset about that." But to Dr. Fox's credit, those sort of things never bothered you. You are always on your game. You take everything in stride, and I've always appreciated the time I've gotten to spend with you. Good luck on your retirement.
Thank you, Jerry.
Don't be shy, just unmute.
So Linda, I'm glad you enjoyed that fish picture. We heard from Cal that he wanted a video, and our communications director said, "Well, you should do it when you're going fishing in a couple of days." So sure enough, we did it, and despite our poor video skills, it came out decent. But I'll certainly miss having you aboard when we do our trip. We're hoping the provost lets us out on time from the senior administrators retreat so we can get up to Lake Lanier. we usually just walk right out the hotel and onto the dock, but we got to drive up. But anyway, those were good times, and I've certainly learned a lot from you. Your counsel was always worth seeking, and you were very generous to share it. And just delighted that you're getting to head back to be closer with family, and hopefully the fires will cool off before you get there. I know that's a tough place right now, but just can't say enough about how much I enjoyed working with you. So thank you for all you've done for UGA and for being a great friend.
Great. Thank you, Dale. And the strategic planning process, we did work together a lot, as well as Don Leo and Anna Chayette as they chaired other subcommittees of strategic planning.
And I think Provost Hu has raised his hand.
Yes, so I want to say a few words of thank you on behalf of the university. Not only I think you took FACS, the college, to a, I would say the new level of excellence, teaching students and research, of course, innovation and entrepreneurship. But I think your contributions to the university as a whole is greatly appreciated. It's gratifying to see all the people here, faculty, staff, students, former students, and all the words that have been spoken here. I think it's a reflection, not only of you as a dean, as a community member, but also as an individual. So I think we appreciate all your contributions to the university and to FACS. I think the work is not done. So I think Sherry will have, I think, the torch for the next year or so. And as he indicated, I think we have outstanding candidate for the next dean. I think he or she will elevate FACS to the next height in excellence. I think I look forward to working with everyone here. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Provost Hu. Hey, Sworn.
Dean Fox, congratulations. Going to miss you. And, you know, I'll just repeat whatever Dr. Worthy said. I took on as interim department head, and you've been a tremendous mentor and has, you know, helped me immensely through this process. So thank you. You'll be missed. We'll try to stay connected with you as a department.
Good. Well, I will watch as your department continues to excel in all the majors: consumer economics, housing, the residential property management, and financial planning, of course.
Hi, Dean Fox. You know, I came to UGA, you know, you were one of the main reasons I decided to come to UGA. You have been a great mentor. You know, as Sherry mentioned, you are always caring, passionate, but at the same time, firm, never compromising on principles and integrity. You know, that's something, you know, it's not easy to do as a leader. And, you know, you will always be remembered as a, you know, role model as to what the leadership should do, you know, being a great mentor and non-compromising leader. You will always be remembered. We miss you, but at the same time, we are happy for you.
Thank you, Gajanan.
So I'd like to say a few words. Our department is one of those departments who've had not only a name change, but certainly the composition of the entire department has changed. Dean Fox and I were hired within 30 days of each other, and she is the key reason that I decided to move from Florida up to University of Georgia. And I remember she called me when I was really debating whether or not to accept the position, and she was in an airport, and she said, "We can do this, and we will be creative together." And so our department went from a faculty of 15 to a faculty of 28 in the last decade. So when my friends who are department heads or leaders at other universities ask me, how did you do that? I said, I did not do it. It was our very, very supportive dean. And she was always the first in line to take advantage of opportunities to get new positions and to provide the resources needed for our faculty who are many of which have just become tenured and promoted. So thank you for your leadership and your guidance in our entire department, which is now nutritional sciences. We are who we are because of you, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Lynn. And now you told my trade secret to the provost, which of course he knows about me, is if someone's going to have a handout, I'm going to get my hand out to get it. And we're going to compete. Our college will compete and we will excel. And we have proven that. So interdisciplinary and presidential hires and athletic association professorship, it's the caliber of the faculty and the department heads that you have helped move the needle. Thank you, Lynn.
I want to make sure anybody who wants to say something has a chance, but I'm not going to call on people. I do want to remind everyone that here, I'm going to put this in the chat again, and this is the where you can go to Gale to look up the Linda Fox Scholarship Fund. And then also remind everyone, if you would like an actual face-to-face interaction on Thursday morning at 8:30 outside of the front of Dawson Hall, we'll be having some coffee, and please stop by to visit with Linda and say your last goodbyes, because she literally is leaving on Friday, I guess, or on Sunday for Oregon, but she won't be at work on Friday. And she will start her new role as emeritus faculty for the University of Georgia after that. So anybody else who has some last words to?
Oh, well, I didn't realize, Dean Fox, you were leaving so soon. So I literally will not see you. So thank you and congratulations. And I hope when you come back, you'll at least give me a call so you can meet this baby.
Yeah. I got to see baby Maverick, and you're doing a great job, Alexis, with all our alumni. And that's why so many are on the call today. So this is really good to see you. Yeah. If nobody's busy on Friday, you can come by and help load the pod.
Oh, that's great.
Well, perhaps I'll interject as a dean colleague. Linda and I got to know each other very well, primarily through spending excellent quality time along with Tricia and others in the Sky Suites as we host alumni and supporters of the college. So Sherry, by the way, hey, maybe we'll be spending some time together in the future. And it was nice because we didn't always have to talk shop. We could talk about normal human things, which was lovely, but also a great just person in general. Linda, you've always been that person. I'm notorious amongst the deans for asking ideas of, hey, does anyone have a process or a way or a policy that they do X, Y, or Z? And of course, Linda just produces it immediately, poof, a best practice that we can use here in pharmacy. So Linda, thanks for always being that listening ear and that guide for setting best practices. We know you're going to continue to use best practices into retirement. And I'm going to do the very best on behalf of the provost and all of your colleagues and friends and supporters here as we recruit your successor to UGA. So best of wishes and best practices always.
Great. Thanks, Kelly. It's always been fun to work with you.
Right.
Well, I'm just so grateful to see so many people here today, and that you have not only busy schedules, but you're in so many different places, Texas and Iowa and Oregon and Atlanta and other places than Dalton. And let's see, Kenneth Ivory, North Carolina, all over. And so I appreciate that the Zoom meeting brought so many of us together that perhaps you wouldn't have been able to be here in Athens. And so I thank you. And for those of you who want to enjoy the in-person coffee tomorrow morning, no, Thursday morning, get my days straight. You can see, I don't know one day from another. Thursday morning.
Linda, it doesn't matter anymore.
It doesn't. I'm ready to quote the Countess in Downton Abbey, who said, "What's a weekend?"
Every day's the same. Well, this is wonderful. I've had to scroll through 6 screens of people to make sure nobody has their hand raised or is wanting to say anything. But thank you, everyone, for taking the time out of your day to honor Linda in her wonderful career and all she's done for us. And I just have to reiterate how much I'm going to miss her. And the reality hasn't set in quite yet. But yeah, I'm going to go through a grieving process, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, keep me on speed dial. We'll be good.
I will.
All right.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Dean Fox.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Good luck.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
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 Maybe I'll
Good
come
luck,
and
y'all.
visit you, but I won't be going hiking, which we'll eat. We'll go on the
Okay, we'll
food
eat.
too.
We'll get some
Best of luck.